This is the next Python tutorial. It is about unpacking lists. Okay, so unpacking lists, what does it mean? I think the best way to explain it is to start with an example. Let's return to the example of our programming languages and a simple list. So this list will have 4 items: Python, C++, C#, and if you are as old as I am, then perhaps you know this, a nice language called Lisp. Okay, we have a list of 4 members, and now we want to assign the items of this list to named variables. Okay, so we define these variables like this and assign the list. That's unpacking. The items of the lists are assigned to these 4 variables. The only thing you have to keep in mind is that the number of variables you define here have to match the item count of the list. Okay, there's a workaround for this, but I will show this later on. Okay, and now let's print out one variable, C++. Here we go. So I think this is really useful. Define 4 variables with one statement. Okay, and now let's do the same thing for objects. Again, I defined this class, I defined in the previous tutorial called language. We write class language and again a constructor for which we pass the name of this language. Okay, and we store this in a member variable, and now I will create a list of these objects, a list of languages. I use the same ones: C++, or first Python, and C++, C#, and Lisp. And after I defined this list of languages, I will unpack them just to the same variables as I did before. Well, literally it's just the same, so yeah, why not copy and paste them like this. And now you can again, after assigning or unpacking the list to these variables, just use one variable and print it out. But of course, now you have to keep in mind that these are not strings, these are objects. And so we will print out the name of this object. So let's do it. Just print cs for C# dot name. And when we start this, here is the name of the object. Okay, great. And as I mentioned before, the number of variables you define have to match the number of items in the list. But there is a workaround. Let's say you are just interested in the first 2 languages, and the rest you also want to unpack, but to, let's say, another list. And therefore you can use the star operator, and you write star others. And the rest of the list will be unpacked to a list called others. And you can handle this as any list, you can iterate over the list, you can access items. It is a normal list, okay? So let's print this out, and in this case we have C# and Lisp, the last 2 items, unpacked to the list others. And of course this variable you can name as you like. I call this others, but you can use any name. And by the way, this feature is available only in Python 3. So that's it for the unpacking tutorial. I really hope you like it, and if you do, please let me know and subscribe to my channel. Here's the link. And if you're interested in previous tutorials, I added here 2 of my previous videos. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and see you soon here on my channel.